And good morning, everyone. I'm Cathryn Hoy, and I am a registered nurse and also a very proud provincial president of the Ontario Nurses Association and the interim CEO. ONA represents 68,000 registered nurses and healthcare professionals across this province, as well as 18,000 nursing students that we so desperately need. And we are extremely proud members of the Equal Pay Coalition. Over the last few years, nurses have not been silent. Traditionally, we have been, but we are not anymore. And nurses are not going to be silent as Premier Ford attempts to ram Bill 106 through Queen's Park. Just like with Bill 124, yet again, another bill that violates ONA members' rights to free collective bargaining. And Bill 106 also undermines ONA members' pay equity rights, guaranteed by Section 15 of the Charter, which ONA has just affirmed in the Supreme Court. Years and years of work. Back in 2010, ONA, along with SEIU Healthcare, launched a pay equity legal challenge against for-profit nursing homes to denounce the systemic racism, sexist, and discrimination that our members face in their workplaces every day. It took the pandemic for the government to finally act and announce a general wage increase for personal support workers. But now we learn that the pandemic pay increase is being made permanent, but there's a catch at the expense of Court 1 pay equity for these very same healthcare workers. But only to make matters worse, the government has left nurses and many other healthcare professionals behind with no wage increase after risking their lives on the front line as well as their families' lives on the front line of this deadly pandemic. They showed up every day. They never let the people of Ontario down. They did not go home when there was no one to replace them. They did double shifts, 24 hours. They were the backbone of the healthcare system through this full pandemic. And this is how they're being treated. No wonder nurses and healthcare workers are leaving their jobs in droves, making the staff shortages worse. And it is worse. I would estimate, we always say we're about 22,000 nurses short, but you know what? I think we're closer to 30,000, and those numbers are climbing each and every day. And let me assure you, this will impact all the Ontarians, and that means you, every single one of you, because we all need healthcare. At some point in our lives, we will need it, or your loved ones will need it. But you need to ask yourself, with all this going on, will it be there? Will you be at risk? What will it mean to you? But adding insult to injury, Bill 106 is going to become law, which is on a very sad day, on Equal Pay Day. And I just have to remind you, this is just another example of attack on a female-dominated profession. The disrespect just never seems to end with this government when it comes to health care. I don't know if the agenda is to break it, to rebuild it, to privatization, but that's wrong. I've always been a proud Canadian when I've gone anywhere, and people have said, asked about your health care, and I've always been proud about it because everyone is equal. Money doesn't dictate what you get in health care. We are all one. But I think this government wants to change, which is wrong. Today, I'm calling on you. Premier Ford, because I'm pretty sure you're going to watch this, to stop interfering with our union rights. We have the rights under the Charter. And Bill 106, you're taking that away with us. and you still have not answered us on, are you going to repeal Bill 124, the disastrous bill that started all this? Only then, you'll be able to retain your nurses and healthcare workers to serve the people of Ontario that you were elected to take care of. Only then will Ontarians have the right to quality care that they need and they deserve. Premier Ford, as I said, I'm sure you're going to watch this. It's your job. You were elected to take care of the people of Ontario, not to create legislation that discriminates a female-dominated profession. We're long past that when we got the vote in 1917, but you appear to want to go backwards. We are a female-dominated profession, and with this legislation and not repealing Bill 124, you are actually putting Ontarians at risk. Thank you.